Hello, this is Shannon Breeze, and we're doing a beginner Hatha Yoga class. Hatha Yoga is a style that's a little bit slower than Vinyasa. We'll probably be holding poses for like 3 to 5 breaths, maybe a little bit longer. But it'll be a good way for us to slow down and just stretch our bodies and kind of ground. We all kind of checked in with each other regarding our health and stuff, but just a blanket disclaimer of any movement class or risks here. If you know that you have any health risks like high blood pressure or anything of that nature, like if you were to put your head down and get dizzy, just kind of be mindful of that. And then if there are any time you need to sit out a pose and kind of compose yourself and come back later, that's totally fine. You can sit in 2 breaths. Just really preach this philosophy of ahimsa, non-harming to your body. Ahimsa is also going to apply when we get into a yoga pose and we start thinking, maybe being a little critical of ourselves, which happens from time to time when we're in an uncomfortable position. Try to practice that little bit of ahimsa there, right? Like being kind in your thoughts, also as well as choices for your body. Okay, awesome. So we're going to start seated in Sukhasana, which is crisscross, easy pose. And we're just going to take a moment to become present. Go ahead and close down your eyes. And begin to take in some nice deep breaths. Now we want these deep breaths to be what we would call a 3-part breath or a Durga breath. 3 parts being your belly, your ribs, and your chest. When you inhale, fill up from the belly, allowing that belly to inflate. Bring it up to your rib cage, and then finally up to your chest. And when you exhale, empty out from top to bottom, out through the chest, then the ribs, then the belly. And you can breathe nice and deep, but at your own pace, filling up belly, ribs, and then chest. And emptying out chest, ribs, and belly. Starting to settle the mind. Let's take your hands to heart center. Take a moment to dedicate today's practice to someone you love, someone you're sending love to. Maybe because they need a little extra love right now, maybe because they're celebrating something wonderful and you want to send that love out to them. Just dedicate that practice today to them. Now take your hands up to your third eye center. And let's bring focus and awareness to your intention for your class today. Maybe an affirmation comes to mind. Something positive for yourself to bring your awareness back to if your mind wanders off. Take another deep breath in, filling up belly, ribs, and chest. Exhaling out, chest, ribs, and belly. Taking your hands down to your knees. And you can flutter your eyes open if you'd like. And just have a nice soft gaze. Let's go ahead and start with seated cat-cow. Inhaling, bringing the chest up. Looking up toward the sky, tail comes back. On the exhale, round your spine, drop your head, curl your tail. Inhale, lifting the chest, feel the shoulder blades draw together toward the spine. And on your exhale, round your spine and allow that space to stretch between the shoulders. Beautiful. Let's do one more. Big breath in, lifting your chest, looking up high. Keep that length in the back of your neck. And on your exhale. Beautiful. Come back to center. On your next breath in, reach your arms up to the sky. And on your exhale, bend to your right, taking your right hand to the floor, and stretch your left arm across. Take big, beautiful breaths into your left rib cage, filling that space up and stretching under your arm, maybe into your low back. Root down through your left sitting bone and lift up and away. Big breath in, stack the spine. Let's take it over to the left now. Left hand comes to the floor, reaching up and over with your right arm. Reaching your right sitting bone in. Find your breath. And on your next inhale, let's reach arms up. And exhale down to your spine. Lengthen your spine upward to the sky. Plugging your head into the sky. And sit bones rooting down into the floor. This axial elongation is what it's called. Will help decompress your spine. Right? We've got gravity weighing down on us all the time, so it's important for us to find this gentle abdominal engagement and this lengthening upward. Okay, let's try to keep that in mind as we take our next spinal movement, twist. Okay, so we're going to inhale, arms up. On your exhale, turn your chest to the right. Take your right hand behind you on the mat and your left hand to your right knee. Now use your back fingertips, tenting them up to push your spine up a little bit taller. Your tummy will draw in to support your spine. And then just ever so slightly turn and look over your back. Big breath in. And on your exhale, maybe find a slightly deeper twist. Beautiful. Inhale, arms come up. Let's come back to center. Exhale, kick it to the left. Resting your left hand behind you on the mat. Use those back fingertips to lengthen your spine. Draw the belly in and up. Find your breath. Now this is a twist, so sometimes breath can get a little caught in your twist. If you're noticing, like, gosh, I can't quite get the deep breath, come out of the pose just ever so slightly. See if you can find a more easeful breath. Beautiful. Peeking back over your back shoulder. Big breath in. Reach those arms up. And exhale and twist, bringing arms down by your sides. Beautiful. Great job. So you can rest your hands on your lap here. Let's take the right ear over to the right shoulder. And down and around to the left. And as you bring your head to the back, keep lots of length in your neck so that you don't drop the back of the head without support toward the shoulders, right? We want to keep that neck nice and long. I almost picture like a spotlight coming out of the top of my head, and then I'm trying to shine it up toward the sky. You can go ahead and reverse your directions. And that shining spotlight allows me to lengthen up through the crown of my head so that my cervical spine is crunched. Good. Bring your chin to your chest and roll your head back up through center. Beautiful. All right, let's circle our torso a little bit, like we're bringing our ribs around into a big circle. Good. Now find your breath again. Inhaling to stretch your chest forward. Exhale to bring it around. but it's like this nice churning type. You'll feel it through your pelvis, rooting down through the ground. You're going to feel that movement in your torso. Let's go ahead and reverse. Just a nice spinal movement. Good. And then you'll come back to center. Nice, guys. So that was just a nice little warm up. Let's go ahead and come on to all fours. Hands and knees in the center of your mat. You're going to make sure that your wrists are right underneath your shoulders and that your knees are right under your hips. Now we each have some props. Just kind of make sure that your props are somewhat like situated. Yeah, yoga blocks are good. Everybody's got it like up on the side of their mat. That's good. And if you need, yeah, you got a couple yoga blankets. If you need padding under your knees, like have that stuff kind of handy. All right. From here we're going to go into Durga Yoga, which is cat-cow. We're going to inhale, lift the gaze, and stretch your tail up to the sky. And on your exhale, round your spine. Now, as you continue to move, breath is flowing, inhaling to come up. Try to pull gently, like through the chest, bringing your chest forward through your arms. And then on your exhale, round your spine, pushing the floor away. One more time, inhaling, lifting up, rooting down through your knees and palms, and exhaling around. Beautiful. Come back to tabletop position. And then you're going to take your right knee and step it up just between your hands. Good. Ground down through your feet and take your hands away from the floor and onto your right thigh. Good. Now the back foot you've got choice. You can flip it under or you can keep it flat. Just depends on your comfort. Take a big breath in, steady your legs, and on your exhale, shift your weight forward to stretch your left hip flexor. Now your left glute, I want you to engage it. I want you to really press down through your feet so you feel strong and sturdy in the legs. And then on your next breath in, inhale, reach arms up for kneeling crescent lunge. Now continue to let that breath flow. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out. Tummy draws in and up. Arms reach high to the sky. Now, if you'd like, you can tip your head back and look up between your hands. Continue to find your steadiness by squeezing the inner thighs slightly toward one another and turn your palms to face behind you, reaching up through your pinkies. One more big breath in, and on your exhale, straighten your front leg and fold forward over your front leg. Here you can take your hands to your yoga blocks or to the floor on either side of your foot. But do your best to lengthen your spine, right? Your toes can stay down or they can lift up. Find your breath in this very deep stretch, right? Tighten your stretch. Yeah. Inhale, try to lengthen your heart like over your toes, right? You're trying to stretch your heart in that direction. Your head might be lifted, but you are looking down at the ground. Now, everybody tone up like your knees, like you're going to tighten your quads a little bit. This kneecap will lift up the front of your leg, and you'll deepen your stretch again. Right hip is back, left hip is forward. Take another big breath in. And on your exhale, we're going to bend the front knee, shift your weight forward, flip your back foot, and push through the foot to lift your back foot. Now turn your heel, left heel down onto the mat, out at a 45-degree angle. Press into the legs so that you can lift your hands and place them on your right leg. Great. Cuddle into your legs. And on your next breath in, reach your arms up for warrior one. Good. Chest faces forward. You bend off. Back leg straight and strong. Back hip strong. Draw your tummy in and up. Breathe in. And on your exhale, straighten your front leg, fold forward over your front leg, hands to yoga blocks, or down on either side of your foot. Hop your back foot in, one big hop. So just a little, yeah, I guess we should say a little hop. There we go. So back foot still turned out, spine straight and strong, big breath in, exhale, fold deeper over the front leg. Back hip forward, right hip back. Good. Tone up the muscles around the knee to support your knee, being mindful not to hyperextend. Good. Now inhale, and on your exhale, bend your knee again and take a hop with your back foot back. Good. Stand strong in your legs. Take your right elbow and bring it to your right knee. Inhale, reach your left hand high to the sky, turning your chest to the left. Good. Big breath in, and on your next exhale, reach your top arm toward me. Good. Stay staring at the mirror, but your top arms are reaching way out across the room. Your back heel is down, extended side angle. Hold steady and strong in your legs. Take another breath in. And on your exhale, turn your chest to face forward. Place your hands on your yoga blocks or on the floor and step your back foot to your front foot. Forward fold over your legs for Uttasana. Just dropping the spine. Relaxing your upper back. Feel free to take a hold of your elbows if you'd like. The knees can bend, and it's almost as if your spine is draping over your legs. On your next inhale, take your hands to your shins. Lift up for halfway lift, lengthening that spine. And exhale, forward. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Place your hands down on the mat now. Let's go ahead and step your right foot back. Bring your right knee down to the floor, foot flat. Press down into the legs to find a nice, strong, sturdy stance. Now you can choose your foot position with your back foot. Looks like everybody did. Good job. You can be up if that feels better on your knee. Okay? Or down. Inhale, reach arms up for kneeling crescent lunge. Shift your weight slightly forward. Good. Squeeze your back foot back here and zipper up through your tummy. Beautiful. Reaching up high to the sky. Peek up with your eyes. On your next exhale, straighten your front leg. Forward fold over your front leg. Hands to yoga blocks. Left hip back, right hip forward. Ooh, how's that stretch feeling? So we could be so different from right to left, right? Like, we're not symmetrical. And I don't know, we should be. This is our body's way of finding its balance, right? Keep that breath flowing in and out. And even if this is your, I don't know, some people like to label good or bad side. Whatever it is, love the side. Okay, love yourself for just exactly how you are. Take a big breath in, shift your weight forward, bending your front knee, turn your back toes down, planting the foot, lift that back knee up. Now get sturdy in your legs again, right? Strong muscles hugging into bones, lift your hands off your yoga blocks, take them up to your thigh, and turn your back heel down. Good, just a nice 45-degree. Now if you peek at your heels, you guys, you want your heels to align. You want them front heel to be in line with your back heel. Your front knee's bent, but don't let it overshoot your toes. Okay, because that's a little too hard on your knee. Inhale, reach arms up. Warrior one. Reach up so high. Get the power from your legs. Push through the feet to get up higher. Big breath in, looking up. And exhale, straightening your front leg, forward fold over that front leg. Take your hands to your yoga blocks. Do a little hop in with your back leg, just a touch closer. And find your breath. Now notice, are my leg muscles engaging? Try to turn those leg muscles on, front and back leg. And see if you can take a little weight out of your yoga blocks, right, if you're touching them. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward a little deeper from your hip crease. Good. Hold for one more big breath. And on your exhale, bend your front knee. Give your back foot a little hop back. Coming back into that lunge position. This time, take your left elbow to your left thigh. Inhale, reach your right arm up, turning to the right. Exhale, stretch your top arm toward the mirrors, or I'm sorry, toward me. Good. Big breath into your side, extended side angle. Beautiful. Take a little weight off of your left elbow. See if you can pick yourself up. Good. And then you're going to turn your chest to the left, facing your yoga mat. Bring your hands to your blocks and hop your back foot to your front foot. Forward fold over your legs, Uttanasana, and just let the weight of your head hang from your spine. Take a hold of your elbows if you'd like. And on your next breath in, hands to shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Let's roll up through that spine. Inhaling and exhaling, taking your time. Coming up to a nice standing position. Palms face forward for Tadasana. Mountains. Love the mountains. Okay. Inhale, reach arms up. Take a hold of your left wrist. Exhale, side bend to your right. Ground down through your feet. Breathe into your left side. Inhale, reach up through center. Grab a hold of your right wrist. Exhale to the left. Draw your tummy in and up. Let your tailbone reach down towards your heels. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms back down to your sides. Roll the shoulders back. Good. On your next breath in, we reach high to the sky. Sit deep to the hips for Uttanasana, chair pose. Here's the little leg stretch. Now let your tail just gently curve toward the floor. Draw your tummy in and up. Now use the lift of the arms to lift your chest. Good for your posture. Trust me. And keep that breath flowing. Beautiful. On your next breath in, root down through your feet, straighten your legs, reach high to the sky, exhale, arms down. Good. And roll your shoulders back. Now we're going to do tree pose. So this one, you're probably all familiar. This is a pretty heavy balancing pose, so let's get used to some balance. So I want you to picture, like on the soles of your feet, there's a little tripod. Big toe is one point of your tripod, or like the big toe joint. Then there's your pinky toe. And then there's your heel. So those 3 points, if we can find balance between the 3, our balance will improve, right? If you notice, like, oh, I tend to stay off the big toe side of my foot, like say you sprained your ankles and things, that can make for some instability in your ankles and just make it a lot more difficult to balance. So think of your tripod, and I want you to just shift your weight forward and back, and then play around with like a circular shape. All right. And just kind of observe your tendency. Like, oh, do I like to come off my heel? Or do I like to come off my toe? And if you're doing circles reverse, just kind of get to know yourself. Coming back to center, turn your right knee out and place your heel just above your left ankle. Now this is the beginning standing point for tree. Now you could always do something a bit more challenging. Now you could go from kickstand pose to maybe up on your calf. Or if you're feeling like, I got this, I'm on a tree, then you can be up here on your inner thigh, okay? But never on your knee joint, please, for the safety of your knee, okay? So you're gonna pick your poison. And then here's the drishti comes in really handy, which is like that gaze of focus in yoga. It's finding that spot where your focus doesn't change. Hands can come to hips. Hands can come to heart in Anjali Mudra. Pressing into the palms, pressing your foot into your leg to find center. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, let your hands and your foot come back down. Walk out your feet. Let that go a little bit. Good. Inhale, reach arms high to the sky. Sit into the hips for Utkatasana, number 2 of 4, folks. Okay? All right. So weight is in the heel, light in the toes. On your exhale, sit a little bit deeper. I love you. I swear I'm not doing this to torture you. Good. On that next breath in, reach up through the arms, down through the feet. Exhale, onto the arms. Let's try tree with the left leg. So you know your foot positions now. Kickstand, calf, or inner thigh. Pick what you like. Find that focused gaze. Hands on hips. Hands together at the heart space for Anjali Mudra. Now let's think. Can you root down for your standing leg? Can you squeeze the hip of the standing leg to steady yourself? Find that breath flowing. One more deep breath in and under exhale. Hands come down and feet come down. Yummy. Good. Hard, but good. Right? Yoga isn't always easy. It's challenging, which is good for us to get through these challenges, right? We're going to take our right leg and step back, a big step. Beautiful. Back heel down, toes turned out. Let's go ahead and bend the front knee, finding that good alignment, knee over ankle, and reach arms up to the side for warrior 2. Now your cheeks can face forward, your hips are getting a little bit forward also, right? Inner thighs is opening in the front leg. Back leg straight and strong. Now let's inhale, extend the wrist, like pushing energy away, negative energy away. Exhale, curl the fingers in, gathering up the good stuff. Good. Then inhale, reach, stretch those fingers. Exhale, grab it, pull it in toward you. And one more, extend and flex. Good. Bring your fingers out to straight, fingertips together. And I want you to turn your head and look over your front fingers. Staring directly at your left middle fingernail. Point of focus. Good. Excellent. Finding your breath, feeling straight, strong in your legs. All right, that's rooting down. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Turn your left toes to turn them in. Beautiful. Now we're facing the side of our mat. I'm going to come in with okay. With a nice flat back, inhale, lengthen, lift your spine. Exhale, forward fold. You can bring your hands to your yoga blocks here if they're within reach. Or if you can, put your hands down on the floor, you're welcome to do that, or maybe onto your ankles, drop your head. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Good, one more time. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, let's lift up through a flat back, coming back up to standing. Turn your toes out at a 45-degree angle. So toes pointed to the side corners of your mat. Good. Reach your arms out wide, take space, star pose. Big breath in. On your exhale, bend your knees deep, sit deep into your hip, and take your hands to heart center for Anjali Mudra. This is goddess pose. Right? So we know this is a badass pose. You're going to stand strong in your legs. Push the floor away. Bring your chest up. Pull your knees open. Yes, everybody, we look good. Press into your hands. Keep that breath flowing. Good. Exhale out all the air. Inhale. Push through the legs. Straighten the arms. Star pose. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to goddess pose with cactus arms. Good. Hold it. Pull it strong. Everybody out there on the street is going to think we're a bunch of cactuses. Hold yourself steady. Stick with me now. Good. And we reach up on an inhale, straighten those legs, and out reach the arms. Star pose. Ooh, it's like star pose is almost a resting pose at this point, right? Beautiful job. Heel your feet together or step or walk your feet together. And take a turn to your right. Yeah, kind of facing the back of the room. Now we have our guide and our front people. Step to the top of your mat. Okay, root down through your feet. You know your tripod. Inhale, reach arms up high. Bend your knees, sit deep to the hips. Utkatasana number 3. Don't let gravity win. Push. Lift your chest. Sit deeper into your hips. Oh, I know, you got this. You're so strong. Turn your palms to face behind you a little bit. Lift your chest. Knees are going to shoot out in front of you. Don't let them lean together. I promise it'll be better for you. Right? I know I'm talking a lot on purpose to make you hold and breathe. Good. Inhale, push through the legs, reach up, exhale, down. Good job. Yes. Right. Okay, tree number 3. Pick your poison. Right? We got kickstand, calf, or inner thigh. We've got more options to play with. Yep, perfect. Here or up, Kyle. Or even higher, but as long as it's not underneath. Good. So the breath is flowing. Inhale, reach your tree branches up to the sky. Holding here. 2 trees. Take another big breath in, nice, steady gaze. Keep the shoulders relaxing down. And on your next exhale, take your foot down. Take your hands down. Beautiful. Great job. Yeah, it gets that heart pumping a little bit, yeah? Inhale, arms reach up. Utkatasana number 4. Exhale, hip deep. Good. You got this. So we're lifting these arms. Use the strength in your upper back to lift your chest. But take your tailbone and gently reach down towards your heels. Good. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Find your focus. Remembering ahimsa, non-harming in thoughts and in body and in spirit. Inhale, press through the feet, reach arms up high to the sky. Exhale, arms down. Shake it out, roll the shoulders. Left leg for tree. Find your left foot above your right ankle, onto the calf, or up here on your calf. Now we know our arm variations. We've got undulating mudra. We can do a calf. We can do growing branches. But why don't we try reaching up, clasping your fingers, and pointing your index finger to the sky? Jupiter mudra. Makes me feel like I have an antenna and I'm beaming it up to the sky. Big breath in, lift your chest. Pressing the foot into the standing leg, steady yourself. Good, everybody. And let's go ahead and take your left foot back down. Beautiful job. Excellent, everyone. All right, so we're going to take a giant step back to the left feet. Good. Coming into warrior two, reaching arms out wide. Feel your wingspan. You're reaching far forward, but you're also reaching far back. So the weight is still settled in between your two legs, over your hips. Good. Find, gosh, that view, right? Look at that view and just be grateful for like this very moment. Turning your head to look at your right middle fingernail. Checking in with your alignment, peeking down maybe to see your heels. Making sure your front knee is overshooting your toes. On your next breath in, push through your front leg, straighten it, turn your right toes in, both toes face forward, bring your arms down by your side. Look at your hips, hands to hips. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, exhale, forward fold from your crease. Try to keep your back flat and bring your hands to your yoga blocks or the floor. Okay? Exhale, soften the spine, forward folding, deeper from the hips. Inhale, lift up to the spine. Take your hands to your hips. Exhale, charge up your legs, and with a flat back, come straight up to standing. Oh, nice. Turn your toes to point away from each other. Welcome back to goddess. Get ready. First, let's do a big star pose, reaching out, big breath in. And on your exhale, sit deep to the hips, bring your hands to heart center. Say a little prayer for yourself. And we're going to sit. In a goddess pose. Yes. Deepen into that seat, everybody. Get one in slower. Hold yourself with your legs. Find your power. Bring your head back over your hips. Pull your knees open. Yes. Lift your chest up into your thumbs. Press through your legs. Stand up, straighten your legs, reach your arms out to the side. Big breath. Lift and break. Exhale, goddess pose, with arms. Sit deep. And find your focal point, your gaze, your drishti. Mountaintop. Bringing a little gratitude in your heart for this beautiful rainy afternoon. Beautiful breaths, everybody. Press through those legs. Reach your arms out. Exhale, arms down by your side. Heel toe, feet in. Turn to your left. We're now back facing the top of our mat. Good. All right. Good job, you guys. All right. Slow, Right, we're going to settle in, reaching those legs in the ground. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Just folding forward. Beautiful. Take your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, Uttasana. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, forward. Taking your hands to either side of your foot. Take a giant step back with your left foot. Good. And then take a giant step back with your right foot. Rooting down through the hands, through the feet. Squeeze those inner thighs, even if they're not touching. Find your glutes, everybody. Draw your tummy in and up and lengthen your spine. We don't want to curl too much. We want to find our length. Yes, we're holding. Press a little bit more pressure into your fingertips and turn them white. Dome the palm up from the floor. This. My rock climbers. Come on. Now take a big breath in, lift your hips up, and like kind of shift back in your heels for downward facing dog. Oh my goodness, my God, it's finally here. Find your breath. You can move through your feet and ankles, what feels good and right for your body. Good, on your next in, lift your right leg up high to the sky, like really high. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, shifting your weight forward and your nose. Inhale, reach your leg up high to the sky. This time, exhale, as you bring your knee in, turn it out to the right and place your right knee down in front of your right wrist. Turn your toes of the back foot down and then sit down into your hips. Now, we can use props here. I prefer to. I would put this prop, whether it be a blanket or a block, under your right hip, if I were going to put one. And then you have this evenness through the hips. You're not twisting. Now your hands are going to be like under your shoulders. You could be propped upright. I love this stuff. This was great. Yes. I'm like, oh, Krista, good job. Okay. Lift your chest up is one option, right? Another option is going to be to fold forward and come down onto your forearms, or you can stack your hands and place your head down on the back of your hands, or a cool yoga block, right? That we have space here to explore, which is what I love. Now, your right hip, draw it backward, and then your left hip, draw that slightly forward. Good. And breathe. Now, this stretch can be a lot of things. This might be one of those places that we're practicing ahimsa, non-harming, making like good choices from this, right? And also like be kind in thoughts to yourself. Take your hands under your shoulders now, so you can come up onto your arms. Good. Flip your back toes under. Push down through your back foot and your hands and lift your hips up. And lift your right leg back up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale. Go ahead and put your right foot down and hang out in downward facing dog. Finding that breath. You might feel a bit more pressure in the pinky side of your hand, you guys. Press into that side of your hand and try to make like a baseball mitt out of your armpits. Right? So if you press with the hands, hollow the armpits back a bit. Push through both feet, lift your left leg high to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, bend your left knee to nose, shifting your weight forward over your hands. Inhale, reach left knee back up to the sky. Exhale, bring it through. Turning your left knee out. Left knee to left wrist. Moving your prop over to the left hip if needed. Let's talk knees here for a moment. Everybody's knee placement looks really good in that like we're bent at a 45 degree. When you're doing pigeon in the future, just make sure you're not really like at a 90. This 90-degree bend can really tweak a knee. Hips are square. Pick your position for your arms on either forearms or back of hands. Back leg straight and strong. Squeeze your back glute. Draw your tummy in and up. Find that stretch to hip flex as much as you're finding it for your left hip. Steady your breathing. Checking in with your hips. Right hip forward, left hip back. Keep that breath flowing. And when you're ready, take your hands just under your shoulders. Good. Excellent. Pushing down through hands and back foot. Lift your hips up. Inhale, bring left leg back up high to the sky. Exhale, down to right, downward facing dog. You're going to want to fall over the teeth. Now move your foot to the way if they're under you. Excuse me, props. Big breath in, shift your weight forward over your hands, coming back to plank. Holding. Now we're going to lower down, and you have options. Some of you might want to choose to do chaturanga, bending both elbows and coming down in a flat plank, while others might do knees, chest, chin. Okay, take a big breath in, pick your poison. On your exhale, lower down, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift your chest, hold. Cobra pose. Feet are down, chest is up. Shoulders are relaxing down. Find your hips, guys. Press into your pelvis more than into your stomach. Squeeze your glutes a bit and angle your tail down towards your heels. Check in with how much you're using your hands. Yeah, could you? Good. Put your hands back down. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift back up. Cobra. Feel your back musculature. Draw your shoulder blades together. Think of this as a posture correcting pose. Inhale, exhale, lower. One last time. Inhale to lift and tailbone reaching down. Tummy draws in and up. We want to support the low back here while lifting and strengthening the upper back. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, turn your head so that your right cheek is on the mat. Take your hands down next to your body and turn your palms to face down. So straight arms. Don't get too sleepy yet, but do take a moment to connect with the earth, right? This is like a moment for you to say, thank you, Mother Earth. Now take a big breath in, and on your inhale, lift your arms, lift your legs, and turn your head to kind of gaze forward across the floor. This is locust pose. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze your glutes, send that tail downward. Good, now find your breath. Talk about a good postural exercise. You guys succeeded all day at work, I hope not, but this will help, right? Exhale, lower down, turn your head to the right. Left cheek on the mat. Inhale, lift up. Shoulders come back, arms lift, legs lift. Draw the tummy in. Breathe. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Legs draw together. You can feel like you're a superhero shooting across like the world, right? And down. Oh yeah. Now press. Take your hands over your shoulders and press back to child's pose. Yay, child's pose. Good. Exhale. Hold over your legs. So sweet. Resting. Now, if you're like, gosh, I really wish my butt could rest on my heels, you can always take a prop between your feet and kind of sit your butt on it. That's always a nice option. Some people like their yoga blanket resting on their heels and they can sit back on their blanket. Now take your hands and bring them down by the sides of your legs. Good. Palms down. Then palms up. Palms down, giving away any negative energy that no longer serves you. Palms up, receiving all the goodness that the universe is. Palms down, sweep your arms out to the side like a snow angel. Reach your arms up and overhead. Now start to crawl your hands back toward your knees and roll up seated. Resting your hands in your lap. Coming back. Here we are. Good. Let's go ahead and sit your hips to the side and bring your legs down in front of you. Move down to the center of your mat, maybe more toward the bottom half of your mat. Reach your arms forward, palms face up, press your feet into the ground, and slowly begin to roll down. Now breathe as you roll. Take it slow and try to have a moment with each and every segment of your spine. Ooh, nice job, everybody. Good, and then walk your heels back towards your sitting bones. Feet are parallel, about hip distance apart. Walk your shoulder blades a step closer to your spine. And let's take a moment for bridge. Inhaling, rolling up from bottom, your hips lift, you roll up through your spine. Good, and hold the top here. Press into the arms, press into the big toe side of your feet. Curl your tail towards your knees. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, like another snow angel move, as you roll down through your spine. Yummy. Reaching out through your fingertips. Excellent. Then you're going to snow angel your arms back down to your sides. Turn your palms to face down. Roll up through your hips for bridge. Inhale, snow angel your arms all the way up over your head as you roll down through your spine. Reach through those fingertips and melt your way down. Excellent. Snow angel your arms down. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Follow it with your left knee. Wrap those arms around your shins. Lift your head towards your knees and hold. Twin relieving. Find your breath. Good. Big breath in. And exhale, coming down to rest your head and bring your feet down one at a time. Bring your left foot to center, the best you can judge, wherever center is. Pick up your right leg, cross it over your left, and bring your arms out to a T shape. Let's start with palms facing down. Inhale, bring both knees over to the left. And here you can always prop your knees up. You're going into a deep belly twist. You can always put a yoga block under your knees here if your spine isn't super fond of twisting. Take your right shoulder and try to let it relax down to the floor. That's tricky, right? Right shoulder down to the floor might mean your knees aren't actually resting on the floor, right? Draw your tummy in to support the twist of your spine and turn your head to the right. Find your breath. And if you notice your breath catching anywhere, come back out of the pose a little bit and see if you can find it smooth out a little bit. Big breath in on your exhale, come out of that twist, and bring your hands down by your sides. Uncross your right knee, place your right foot near center, cross left leg over. Bring your arms out to the side. This time, palms face up, receiving. Inhale, legs go to the right. Maybe consider a prop under your knees for support. Turn your head, look left to complete the rotation of your spine. Let anything you're hanging on to go with every exhale. Belly twist. Draws in toward the spine to encourage that twist. Breath flowing, nice and easy. Big breath in. And on your exhale, bring those legs back to center. And arms come down by your side. Let's uncross. Place your feet down flat on the mat and stretch your right leg straight and follow it with your left. Snow angel, your arms back up and overhead. Reach fingertips away from toes. Maybe right side stretches longer than left. Left side stretches longer than right. Tummy draws in deep to the spine. Coming back to center, bring those arms back down. Palms facing up. Let your toes and legs relax. Maybe they fall open to the sides. And come to Shavasana, corpse pose. Closing down your eyes. Finding a resting position here. Settling in. Breathing through your nose, let's practice a little Ujjayi breathing. Ujjayi breathing is where we bring a small constriction to the back of your throat, which makes your inhales and exhales more audible, right? Like we can hear you breathing. Some people would describe this as like a gentle snoring sound in the back of your throat. Some people will even say it reminds them of Darth Vader, which is always awesome. But I like to think about it as what is sometimes described as oceanic. So as I inhale, I picture the waves crashing in to the shore, and I can hear it with my breath. And on the exhale, the waves going back out. Let's practice that now. Release any areas in your body that you might be holding tension. Feeling the weight of your body settling in as if we were laying on a nice warm beach together. The sand is coming up and under the curves of our body, supporting us and allowing us to settle even more deeply into the sand. We feel the sun, the warm rays of sunshine beaming down across the head, relaxing the forehead, relaxing the jaw and neck and shoulders, across the chest and arms, just melting away. The belly and low back release, the pelvis lets go, thighs, knees, calves, feet, and toes. Surrounded by the healing light of our sun. Bringing your awareness back to your breath, your beautiful oceanic breathing. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, maybe circling your feet and your wrists a little bit, just bringing that movement back into your body gently. Walk the right foot in and follow it with your left. And when you're ready, just roll onto one side. Taking your bottom arm under your head like a pillow. Maybe pressing down through your hand now to push yourself up to a seated position. Turning to sit facing the top of your mat. Back to Sukhasana, easy pose. Hands can rest on thighs. Maybe rub your thighs a little bit. Welcome yourself back. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open, whatever feels right to you. Let's go ahead and take your hands to your heart center. Recalling the person that at the beginning of class wanted to sense some of that loving energy out. Bringing your hands up to your third eye center, recalling your positive affirmation, your intention for today. Bringing your hands back to your heart space. Bringing so much gratitude into your practice today. The fact that you made it here today, that you took the time to do this for yourself today, and just thank you yourself, right? You're pretty awesome. Thank you for being awesome yourself. Thankful for that sweet bird outside. It's beautiful evening with you. Bowing your chin to your chest. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much. Namaste.